A quick look at a garbage disposal hardware where the garbage disposal connects beneath the kitchen sink. If we examine this hardware here, say the garbage disposal would be here, this is the bottom end, one would put the debris or whatnot from the top, from the sink, and it would come down this way. So when one puts the garbage disposal on, it will have a little metal configuration on top. And this metal configuration will have like a loop in it, so you can actually use the tool they give you, or perhaps if you'd like, in my opinion, sometimes I use just a Phillips head screwdriver so it goes in. And what one does, if they notice this right here, this area here is lower than this area. This area it kind of goes up, like it's going in an upward direction. So there's more space on here. So what one would do, and you have this one, this one, this one, three of these. You kind of line it up, and you have to make sure you have both sides lined up, because what you'll do is go in, and then you push it into here, and and that's what connects the garbage disposal to the bottom of the sink. But when you're lined up here with the bracket, make sure you're lined up here, and make sure you're lined up here, because now on this particular one, I see something here. I'm not sure if that has any kind of significance, but notwithstanding, basically just make sure that your bracket goes here, and then when you twist it with your either the tool that comes with it in the little loop, or your screwdriver, and simply what you're going to do is push it here. Now, when you get it up here, sometimes you can actually take both hands, and when you take both hands, you do have a little latitude, perhaps, on rotating the garbage disposal to a certain degree, but try to get it pointed in the right direction. If you've got a dishwasher coming in, a feed, etc., try to get it somewhat in the general range. But if you do, you can grab it with two hands and rotate it. So just line the other bracket up here on the high side, line this one up on the high side, line this one up on the high side, and make sure they click in on each one level. And sometimes it can be quite cumbersome because you're holding this thing with one hand, and when you're holding it with one hand, then you're trying to do it with the other hand. Now, I've seen people use some type of tool to go down. I can't say that I've ever used it. I've done it so much that I'm pretty adept at it. However, the other tool looks like it might, what it may do is actually hold the garbage disposal up. So basically just slide it in this direction. So this would be down. So I'm not sure if we turned it up this way, which way it goes. But anyway, it'll go from the high side to the low side. Once you start over here, it'll start making a good seal, because this is higher and this is lower. So again, in this one, and then you have this one over here. So just be sure that your other bracket, get it kind of lined up when you're holding it, and get it lined up with a couple of these. And then sometimes you can take your other hand and slide it in and get it started to about here, and then take the tool and work it on in. Now, it doesn't necessarily, I can't say that you just go to where it stops and you'll feel it. So but again, let's go through the steps. You garbage disposal down here. This side would be the sink side, and it would be coming up. Would be underneath the sink, and this would be flipped upside down. And you would hold the garbage disposal up, get the bracket, put it in this high side on each one. Make sure it's not in this one and not in this one. Sometimes you can kind of get it cross-threaded, but make sure it's in the proper order. And when you do, get it started, and then take your little tool and then just kind of rotate it around, and then take your garbage disposal. If you feel like you're off a few degrees, you can take and you can actually let it go once Once it grabs into these, you can actually let it go, and then take your garbage disposal and kind of turn it with two hands. But try to get it lined up again, somewhat in the vicinity where you're looking. So it's that easy. Thank you for watching and have a great day.